Special Agent Fox Mulder here, and we're down at the switching point for the Bluescope train, steel train, which heads off to the left around there. I'm going to go and film him coming in the yard a bit later on, and the main line, which is going straight ahead towards Hastings, towards Stony Point, Land's End, and coming from that direction from Frankston, and that is towards Melbourne. We're at Hastings here. We're about 70 kilometres southeast of Melbourne, Victoria, Australia, and we're along the rail trail bike path which goes from Somerville down to Bitten and follows pretty much the railway line all the way along. Now we've got the switch here while we're waiting for the Doodlebug. We're going to film in the Doodlebug before we film the steel train. So we've got, of course, these series of rails here which run along the side of the tracks, which act as derailers. Okay, so that if the train, one of the wheels falls out off the track, then it will slide into here and not completely tip over, which is a tragedy. And of course, got our switching point right here with a symbol on it. We'll go around the other way because it's upside down. And I'm not sure if that's called a frog, but I know that when they do, at some of these rail junctions, these switch points are actually called frogs, but I'm not sure what that one is. But that's why they have these series of rails along the sides of here. They've got some a bit further up, which I'll show you later on. Yeah, their purpose is to make sure that the train doesn't the whole thing just doesn't go and then into the scrub, into the road, and there's horror and desperation and despair. I will just wait for the Doodlebug. I'll just see some of the spaces that they use here as the track fully comes together. Sorry about the shine off the rail there, that's blinding me too. And yeah, we have a series of spaces up there, all tied in. And the actual switch point itself, automatically operated with the Australian gum tree obligatory in there. The switch itself, as you can see, the mechanics there are quite easy. The track is currently set to going straight ahead, as you can see. And when the steel train comes from that direction, this bit of track here will slide across so that he can make his way down to Lysaghts, down the Bluescope. We'll get him filmed, we'll get him coming in the yard and have a bit of a look around. I've got permission from the Bluescope themselves to film the train and film some stuff down on their private property as part of the Special Agent Fox Mulder Australian History Mulder Style, which I've started to do on YouTube. So we're just going to be waiting for the Doodlebug. He won't be far off. Now this interesting bit of kit, I don't know what it is, but I'm assuming it's got something to do with the automatic switching and also to do with the lights, which are just right here. And I don't know if you can see the red light on the bottom. We have a green light at the top, which means that the Doodlebug will be given the all clear and he'll be coming down here shortly. Sorry if you can't see that, it's hard in the sun. It's quite a nice day here today actually, I shouldn't complain, but I'll try and get over in the shade a little bit and see if we can see that a bit better. So yes, one red one green. Red down the bottom means for steel trains not to proceed, or it's not to proceed down, or any trains aren't to proceed down the left-hand line there. And the green line is for the straight ahead at LJC 90. And here comes the Doodlebug now. So we'll just zoom in on him a little bit and we'll get back off the main way. Sorry about that. I'm going to have to get off the side here. Run, run, run. We'll film as he's going past the switch. Got a nice flat spot here. And here comes the Doodlebug. He might be in single carriage, he might be in double carriage. Leave a comment if you want. What do you reckon he's going to be? He's always a double carriage. If I come down to film him, I can hardly ever get him as a single carriage, as a true Doodlebug single carriage. There's a few private crossings, private driveways there. That's why he's got a toot. He's not tooting at me. And he's going rather slow. I think he's got to abide by some of these track systems that we've got along here. So. There he goes, nice and slow. Let's get a close look at underneath of him. Righto, he's getting the all clear. Double carriage, of course, it doesn't matter, got a nice close view of him then. Same driver, nice lady. Thanks for her wave, she always gives me a wave. And we can step out onto the track here a little bit and zoom in, zoom, zoom, zoom. It's all done on my phone, sorry. And he's going across right now at Hodgins Road. Well, sorry, he would actually be going across at Graydon's Road. That would be correct there. Yeah, he must have a go slow order today. He's not going very quick. He normally has the whip out, so there must be something going on. Perhaps there's a little bit of a hold up in the timetables. He's got to hold up for a minute, but yeah. Okay. Well, that's the Doodlebug, the Frankston Doodlebug. Originates at Frankston, about 50 kilometres, or say 30 miles from where we are currently in Frankston. It's about 30 miles from Melbourne, and we're about 70 k's from Melbourne itself here, and the Frankston we're about 20 k's from there. And the Doodlebug, where he just headed, is heading to Stony Point, Land's End. And that's about 20 k's from here there as well. So now we're going to wait for the steel train, and he's going to go to the left here. These switches will probably change, but I'm not going to watch any of that because I'm going to be going over to the yard to watch him come in. I've got permission to do that. So yeah, go ahead and give me a like and a subscribe, and check out some other stuff on the Australian History Mulder Style. And we might actually just go and check out this signal again before we go to see if that's changed. And now we have red on both signals. The steel train, bluescope steel train, will stop about here, get the all clear, and then he'll motor across at a very slow speed across the intersection. Hold up about 50 or 60 cars coming home from work, steam coming out of their ears. But I'm going to go and show you where he all goes. So yeah, go ahead, give me a like and subscribe. Check out Special Agent Fox Mulder, link in the description below. If you want any merch or go to my Patreon page, you can't because I don't have any. Haha. sorry about that. I had to throw that in. Everyone else talks about it on YouTube. Yeah, that link in the description below. Yeah, check it out. I'm the #1 cat short producer in Australia, and actually the #1 and fastest growing YouTube channel in Australia, with 600,000 views in 3 months. So yeah, check it out, and that's going to be Special Asian Fox Mulder out.